Ooh, Netflix style interface with all the shows from multiple streaming networks in one box? Let's take a look. This is the Sling TV Box Express 4K Plus S5 Max. This is Sling TV Box's newest model that can stream 4K picture to your TV for 4K capable TVs. So let's go ahead and take a look at this product today, unbox it, see what we get inside, and we'll go through the UI and see how all this works. So this is supposed to be a pretty easy setup. You just pretty much plug it in, connect it to the internet, and then you start streaming. Easy as that. No monthly subscription, just one-time cost of this product, and you should be able to get. So they claim no monthly bills. You get 15,000 plus HD channels, 120,000 plus movies and TV series, all live sport packages in HD, and works in every country. The specs of this guy is it is an Android 12.0 operating system. Processor is a quad-core ARM Cortex A53 processor. GPU is a Mali G31 MP2. Got 4 gigs of DDR RAM, 128 gigs of eMMC memory, supports Wi-Fi 6, has a gig Ethernet port in the back so you could get a gig of wired internet connection. Supports Bluetooth 5.2 so you could pair up devices on it, such as a keyboard and mouse. And the video decoder is a H.265 6K at 60 frames per second. And power supply is direct current 5 volts, 2 amps. So yeah, so those are pretty much all the nitty gritty specifications. So let's go ahead, unbox this guy, see what you get inside. So as you can see, here's what the box looks like. Very nice retail packaging. It has a product here, what it can do, what you get inside the box, and how easy it is to set up. So it looks like this opens up in a clamshell case. So I'm going to go ahead and cut it from the bottom here. All right. And then upon opening, you get the actual Sling box. So it's a little small, about maybe the overall dimension looks like an Apple TV size, but it's definitely a lot slimmer. We'll go through the ports in a bit. Let's go through everything in the box. You get your network cable, power brick, which is great. A lot of companies don't supply a power brick anymore. You got USB-A to USB-C connection for power, HDMI cable, remote control, and a user manual. Remote control does not come with batteries, so be sure you have some batteries left over. So that's everything in the box right here. So this is everything you get once you unbox it. The unit itself is made out of plastic. It's got vents on the bottom, rubber feet here to put it on top of a table or a set top, or you could mount it on the wall with these two wall mount holes here. Front, I think there's a LED light somewhere in the front here. You get 2 USB-A, so if you want to hook up a wired keyboard, mouse, or USB key for storage, you got that there. You got a reset button. Hopefully you never need to use that, but it's there. You got your TF slot right here for memory. On the back, you got your AV input here. You got HDMI. You got your 1 gig network port here, and then you got your power. And on the other sides, there's really nothing much. So you got connections on the side and in the back here on this unit. So it looks pretty sturdy. It's pretty light, not too bad. So that's everything in the box. So let's go ahead and take a look at the instructions. So here's some of the instructions on here. Maintenance, how you would connect right here. And I notice they're very heavy with the disclaimers here. If you read the disclaimer, they say the Slingbox TV only provides hardware execution and does not contain any preloaded software. The equipment is able to access to the internet. All application programs that user download himself is coming from the internet and third-party development team. So they're not responsible for any third-party software that you download on here. So a lot of the content might be coming from the internet, might be copyrighted. I don't condone that. This video is just for entertainment purposes only. Um, Copyright content you should be paid for through their primary um, streaming services. Because that's people's jobs. You have to take in consideration. So keep that in mind. And yeah, let's go ahead and just power this up here and see what the UI looks like and see how this box perform under usage. Alrighty, let's power this bad boy on. So first thing I'm going to do is I already put batteries in the remote. It does take two AAA batteries, so be sure you got that on there. Um, I'm gonna use the power plug that's supplied with it. But let's go ahead and plug in. So I'm not using a built-in the HDMI cable. I have another one here that's going to video capture that I will show you guys on screen in a minute. So we'll plug HDMI in there in the back, and then I have a network cord here. So we're gonna hardwire this. If you don't have hardwire network, you could use Wi-Fi. For me streaming, I never rely on Wi-Fi. I don't like to be interrupted during the shows. I don't like it when sometimes the Wi-Fi drops out and then it buffers. So I always find that hardline is the best. If you have a hardline, use it. If you don't, Wi-Fi is fine. But I think you'll get the best experience if you use hardline. I'm going to plug in power here. So I got power, and then I got my mini power plug here. So I'm going to use the built-in power and then plug it into this guy. So it looks like it's booting, it's doing something. So I'm going to go ahead and move it over to my screen capture here. Okay, so as you can see, this is the boot screen saying SlingTV box. Looks like it's loading. Okay, so here's another disclaimer. Thank you for choosing SlingTV. So this is their disclaimer saying that any third party that you download over the internet to stream is not their responsibility. It's supposed to be loaded as an empty box, and whatever you download from the internet, it's pretty much your responsibility and not theirs. So I got my remote here. I'm going to hit agree. Okay, so that was a little laggy there. So this is where you could choose to connect to Wi-Fi. Device is connected to Ethernet. So here it says if you don't like, I'm already connected to Ethernet, so I'm just gonna go down and then hit next. So welcome to Slingbox TV. Hit finish. And there you have it. So it looks like it's downloading some stuff. Okay, down. If you look on the bottom, it looks like it's downloading a few things on initial boot up. But there you have it. It looks like you got the Mac ID, the model number, and the date and time on the lower right corner, all synced up through the internet. Although this is the menu that presents itself after loading. So you got your live TV. I guess this is video on demand. You got customer service, browser, app store. I guess these are the built-in apps. And then we'll go through that afterwards. And then it looks like you could add favorites down here. And I'm not sure this looks like maybe a screensaver of some sort. Yeah. And then bottom here you have your settings. Folders, this is probably okay. This is memory. If you want to browse, what's in local memory, what's on your network, what's on your shared drive, so you can stream if you have a shared media server, or if you want to plug in an external USB or memory card, you could do that, and you could play your videos from here. You could play videos, pictures, music, or just browse files. So you got that option on here. So let's go back. What's this one here? Just gonna hit. Okay. Okay, so this is basically just doing an internet speed test. Okay, so yeah, so that's just a speed test down here. Trash can. So you could uninstall apps here. What's this here? Oh, you could set favorites on the number pad here. So if based off the number pads on the apps, you could set it here, and then you could just hit a button and it will just execute that favorite. So that's pretty cool. What else do you get here? So let's go back. And last but not least, what's this guy? Just a memory. I'm not sure what that does, but it looks like it's some kind of cleaning. Whatever. If you guys know what that is, comment below because I have no idea what that is. Okay, so that's pretty much everything here on the menu screen. Okay, customer service. You can scan that QR code to get customer service. We used a browser before. It looks like it uses Chrome, so you can use browser on there. Apps. It has Google. You got player, calendar, picture gallery, calculator, music, App Store. You could access App Store from here. You could do mirror casting, so you could cast from your phone to here or your tablet. So that has that option, and then looks like there's a local update. But yeah, it looks like you could do some updates on here. So it looks like you need to get some stuff on the App Store for this to work, because again they say it's an empty box. So let's see, let's go to App Store, and then this is the disclaimer. So obviously if you want to do anything, you just have to hit agree. And then here's some of the streaming services that you could get. So you can download YouTube. So let's get YouTube on there. And then let's try like Kodi. I'm just going to try a few of these. I'm not too familiar with some of these apps, but these are the available apps on the App Store. Okay, let's go to my video on demand. Okay, so here's some of the shows that you can pretty much watch on here on my video on demand. And then you can search by providers. So you can see some of the shows here on Netflix. I'm not sure how they're getting this data here, but you got shows from Apple TV, Prime, Hulu, and then you got some movies down here as well. I'm not going to play it because of copyright, but I'm just showing you some of the contents that you could see on here. So you can search by network, search by company. These are last week's TV shows, last week's movies. All right, let's go ahead and add YouTube on here too on video on demand. Let's see how YouTube works because a lot of people watch YouTube. Okay, so looks like let's get started. And you can scan in with your account or watch as a guest. Okay, so you're signed out. So yeah, so let's go ahead and look for movies and TVs. So YouTube interface looks pretty good. Kind of reminds me of the interface of just being on a desktop. So this is probably just a just a browser wrapped in it. Yeah, so you got the sports on here. So if you want to get YouTube on your TV, that's pretty awesome. Looks pretty good. Yeah, so you got videos here that you can watch, and looks like it's pretty quick on here. Yeah. So yeah, it looks pretty good. So YouTube works really well. The remote seems to work pretty good on YouTube, the stock remote that I'm using right here. So I don't know, it could be based off the app. It's pretty smooth on here, but when I was using it earlier in like the My VOD app, it was lagging a little bit. So it could be based off the app too. But YouTube works pretty good. So it looks like Viva TV is also another app similar to the My VOD. This is their interface, a little bit different, but almost the same. Show on the top you got these menus where you could watch movies, TV shows. You have a watch list. You could search for stuff um, and whatnot. And looking at some of the libraries, similar to the other My VOD, so you got other, this is another option where you could kind of search for movies and shows that you want to watch. So there you have it. So that's using the app Viva TV, which is kind of looks same with my VOD. Doesn't require any accounts, just kind of lets you in and you can watch whatever content that you want. My only issue is I'm trying to use this My TV app, and I think this is the main app where you would watch live TV. So when I'm trying to load it, so this is how everything is bunched up. You got USA Entertainment, USA Movie Channels, and then you can kind of pick the network to watch. I can't seem to get any channels from this for some reason. Every channel that I try to execute, it pretty much times out, and then you'll see an error message on the bottom here saying that it can't connect. Try another channel. It should be popping up right there. So I've tried it on like maybe a dozen channels and can't seem to find one that works. So I'm a little concerned on that one. And I know that it's getting internet because the other two apps that I've been playing around with, the video on demand and YouTube and all that, those seem to work. But um, for whatever reason, it's not the My TV app isn't working. For those who does have the Slingbox TV, comment below. Let me know if I'm doing something wrong. But yeah, I'm just trying to see if I can if I'm doing something right here. But yeah, that's one of the main concerns I have about this is yeah, for some reason it's not working for me. So I'll probably reach out to customer service and I'll do a follow-up video on why that's not working for me. Some movies at some of the streaming services are a little blurry or it has a different language and subtitle only. Obviously, those are probably pirated. Some of the movies that I went on just to test on some of the other streaming services that when I was playing around with this before I formatted and did everything again, it yeah. Obviously, it's some dude in a theater with a camcorder recording over someone's shoulder. So you might get some of that, but overall, like most of the videos are high quality 4K. Not sure how the service works. It's probably connecting to someone's server out there and streaming it through you. This is a streaming box, so a lot of people got good reviews. Give it good reviews. For me, I personally think it's a neat little box. It is a little pricey, $300 up front, but if you don't want to pay for the monthly fees, that's not too bad. Just keep in mind that most of the contents that you are watching are most likely streaming from another source and not from the original streaming service that the show or movie originated from. So, but this is a Sling TV box. If you're interested in it, you can pick one up. I'll put the link below. For the most part, it does what it advertises. We do get a lot of shows, a lot of TVs, a lot of sports on here. Unfortunately, like I said, I can't display it for you because of copyright reasons, but it does work. And yeah, so there you have it. If you have any questions with the product, go ahead and leave a comment below. Go ahead and pick one up if you're interested. Link is below, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out till next time.